So my house I grew up in, we had to be perfect. And people said, like my friend Joe, he said, you guys, we thought you were happy. And they didn't know. They didn't know people because you couldn't show it. And there was no therapy or medicine, but we had to spit and shine and be perfect. And that landed me in a hospital for an eating disorder, because an eating disorder is about perfection. It's about control. It's not necessarily about the food as much as it is maintaining your control over your body and surroundings and things like that. It's tough. It's tough to be in a really unhappy family, but they're faking it. And I love my mom. I did. We didn't get along because I was so different than her. And but one thing, she wasn't good at intimacy, like sex. She didn't like sex. And she came from a real strict Seventh-day Adventist house where her mom also was not a warm kind of lover. And she did an amazing amount of wonderful, smart things in the household. She had all kinds of crafts. And she did have agoraphobia, and she couldn't drive at times. She suffered panic and anxiety. But just to compare to my grandmommy, my dad's mom, and this is not, my grandmother's older than my mom, so this isn't really about social norms. This is about people. Grandmommy grew up on a farm, and she didn't have any of those problems. So she was very warm and loving, and she and my granddaddy had, I think, a pretty good sex life, because from what I heard. Not that I heard them, but notes, like grandmommy left granddaddy a note, "You were wonderful last night." So they had an intimate relationship that probably my dad expected from Linda, because he grew up that way, but to find that she had troubles. And until she got on Wellbutrin, she had a depression issue that enabled her to drive. But she never really could quite conquer intimacy, like being vulnerable. That's being vulnerable with someone. And I'm just recording this for my oldest daughter, because when something looks so perfect, it's just not. Everybody's got problems, and if they don't talk about the real problem, then it can't get solved. And I'm lucky. I've had a lot of therapy, and unfortunately my oldest daughter did not get therapy while she was young, but to learn to manage different situations. So I hope her therapy works now, and like I told her, I said, I'm happy to come in and be the guinea pig or whatever if you want to talk to me. Happy New Year.